Independent MP Navneet Rana has written to the Home Minister. Rana has demanded action against Amravati CP. Navneet Rana is blaming the CP for lack of law and order in Amravati. Sixth accused has been arrested. The hunt for the mastermind is on. The 54-year-old chemist stabbed to death in Amravati. Remember, this has got to do with the kind of comments that the chemist had made in favor of Nupur Sharma, former BJP spokesperson who's been in trouble for her comments against Prophet Muhammad. This is the second murder in relation to the comments made by Nupur Sharma. This, in fact, is in connection with the comments made in favor of Nupur Sharma, supporting Nupur Sharma. Navneet Rana, independent MP from Amravati, has written to the Home Minister demanding action against the CP in Amravati, saying that there is a complete breakdown of law and order situation. This has got to do with the murder of Umesh Kolhe, a 54-year-old chemist in Amravati who had made comments in support of Nupur Sharma. Remember, Umesh Kolhe, a 54-year-old chemist, has been brutally murdered in Amravati. The Member of Parliament from Amravati has in fact written to the Home Minister demanding the strictest action possible against the top police officer in Amravati, against the CP. The Commissioner of Police of Amravati must be taken to task, is what Navneet Rana has said. There is breakdown of law and order. And now I'm going to go across straight to the independent MP, Member of Parliament from Amravati, Navneet Rana, now joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for your time. Take us to the details of what have you written to the Home Minister. What does your letter really talk about?
See, it is this incident what happened in Amravati, and before that it happened in Udaipur. So this both subject and both incident, it is related to a same sequences. If we Amravati also, it is related to the same what happened in Udaipur. So 5-6 days before, the government of Maharashtra, this all incident happens, and all the criminals who did this, this kind of incident, what they were behind this, they all were arrested. 5 members were arrested, and after that, when we asked the cops of Amravati, all the department people, what inquiry you have put in, what offense you have FIR, what you have registered and all, when we ask them, they are saying, we think, madam, it is a robbery case. And after they told me this, it is a robbery case, I have spoken to the family also, and I have spoken to the relatives also. I have spoken to Kolhe's friends also. I have asked him how this happened and what is your thinking. They told me not only one person, whomever I have spoken to, they have mentioned only one thing. He was a very simple person. He used to come to his shop, chemist, and from chemist he used to go to his home. That's all he used to do in a day. He was a very simple person, only work, home, and work and home.
Okay.
Only one mistake what he did, because of what he lost his life, it is just the thinking, the ideology, what he has on put. He forwarded, it was only pure Hindu ideology what he is, was represented. What I came to know. And then when I asked his son, what exact happened, and you were behind him, then he said, madam, if it is a robbery, then I had 35,000 in my pocket, but nobody did anything to me.
Okay.
And it was, they didn't ask me anything, and they just killed my father and went away from that place. So it is clearly, it is nowhere a robbery case. Now, sudden off, when we start talking out, and when we demanded NIA, and when we demanded Home Minister, and when we requested CBI to investigate this subject clearly from center, then today CP, Commissioner of Police Aarti Singh, she came out and she spoke. It is similar case what we are finding out what happened in Udaipur. So
what I want to ask you is that, was there an attempt, do you believe, by the police deliberately in Amravati to brush this under the carpet and to pass this off as a crime of robbery? Was that deliberate?
101%. Yes, it was. Madam, the Guardian Minister of Amravati, she belongs to Congress party. And this CP Commissioner of Police, it is very sad that the department, the cops, where we hope that everything will get positivity from them. If somebody is done crime, they will get punished. But in fact, in Amravati, 6 months, 7 months back also, we've got Hindu-Muslim rights happened when the same commissioner was there. Same Guardian Minister was there. But this time also, when one Hindu person is getting killed on road, still they were not investigated to this line. Why this happened? They simply told us when we asked the cop, it is a robbery case. But when we started talking out, then today she came out and she said it is a similar case which seems to be what happened in Udaipur. Then why this investigation had not happened before? Why this was hidden behind?
Okay. Navneet Rana, I want to ask you a question, and this has not got to do with the case that we're talking about. I'm just shifting focus briefly to the case of Udaipur. The Congress has come out and said that the accused in the Udaipur murder case are associated with the BJP and that this case must be looked into thoroughly and their links with the BJP must be probed. Obviously hinting at a conspiracy that the BJP probably could be behind it is what the Congress is trying to get at. How do you react to that?
Tell me one thing, madam. Who is there in the state? Who is run by state government in Udaipur, in Rajasthan? It is run by Congress government. Why for every single thing they have to point to center government? Why rights, the state government doesn't have the rights? Why state government cannot take action on them accused?
Okay.
Why they are not doing that? Why every single time they are pointing only on center? Then leave the state. If you cannot do anything like
so
this.
So the investigators should be looking at, if these are accusations, they should be looking at the role of these accused and their possible links with the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. That is okay, isn't it?
See, in Maharashtra, last 2.5 years, if you see, all the cases, like our cases, chanting Hanuman Chalisa, we were put in behind bars. All the criminals, they are roaming freely in Maharashtra in the last 2 years, 2.5 years back.
Okay.
This whole 2.5 years back. But today, now I am very sure that the new government has been formed in Maharashtra. They have given us promise that after this government is formed, no injustice will happen with anybody. All justice will given to the people who lives in Maharashtra. If something happening like this, if some incident is happening like this, 100% they should be get punished and they will get punished. But I still request, today we have seen that the Home Minister Amit Shah ji has taken this thing on this subject, particular what happened in Amravati also. And he specially sent NIA team to investigate this whole subject, what happened.
Okay.
This, so I hope the justice we will get from center and state too in Maharashtra. But Rajasthan, it is very sad to hear from the government who's saying that the center has to work on this and the center has to give action this thing. But I think the state should work first. If the home people cannot work, then the outsider cannot work. Okay. I think the home people have got more responsibility than the center government.
Also, I want to ask you, you demanded action against the Amravati CP. What sort of action are you seeking? Her sacking, what exactly are you seeking?
See, that's what I have asked I have requested to the CBI and to the NIA. If the investigation they start, what offence she is written, the offence has been on the accused. From there it will start, madam, on which and why the accused, the justice people of Amravati and Maharashtra, they are not getting. One, the investigation of center will start. 101% she is going to be guilty in this. 2.
Navneet Rana, I want to ask you this question about the manner in which you've seen a pattern in these killings. Do you think that this is an outrage, a deliberate, this outrage essentially is natural from a certain religious community? Because political parties like the Congress and others also have been hinting at a conspiracy time and again, saying that there is an attempt to ensure that there is polarization in the country. What do you have to say about this?
See, I can tell you only one thing. Whoever lives, first thing, I believe in that because I believe in Savidhan and I follow that in my life. So the way this all thing happening, one person, two persons are coming with all big knives and showing and giving videos after that. Ki we have killed this person in his shop. This is very sad, madam. This is very sad if something is happening with anybody who lives in this country. If it is something happening like this with them, I think nobody can digest, even see that. If we saw that video on that day, the tears were there in our eyes. How this thing is happening and how the government is not taking action of the state. They should be have taken action against this. I think this is very sad. Whatever happening in India also.
Okay. I'm going to thank you for the moment, Navneet Rana. I appreciate your time.